welcome. Currently waiting for my podcast member to join, but he seems to be preoccupied. Uh, yeah, I guess I can. I don't know. I might make this like a short or something. It's talking about, or I started to talk about loneliness and how when, for me at least, whenever I'm lonely, I tend to continue, or whenever I feel really lonely, I kind of continue to isolate myself. Think, and just trying to figure out why that is. Because to be honest with you, sometimes whenever I'm feeling a bit in the dumps and I hang out with friends, I still feel that sense of loneliness, even when I'm around other people. So I'm trying to make sense of why that is. And I figured that at some point in your life, you're gonna be lonely. You're not gonna have people around you. For me, it was when I started to move into the dorms for the first time when I first came to college. Oh, he's here. Hello?
What? Yeah.
What's up?
Yo.
I was just starting to talk about why uh sometimes it feels like I isolate myself more when I'm feeling lonely. I was wondering if you've had similar experiences.
Um, when I feel lonely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I sometimes tend to do that too. So I don't know. Would you say it's kind of like coping mechanism?
That's what I kind of think is like somewhere along the lines of why uh kind of like hurt people, that kind of concept where if you've had abusive parents or whatever, like you were mistreated as a kid, you could have anger issues, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that, but with loneliness, like I don't know. I've been trying to ration it out just by listing some things. Like I was gonna say when I first moved to college, like moved to the dorms for the first time, I I remember it was like the third day I was there, I suddenly felt like I felt real. And I actually like cried a little bit. So I was like, I don't know. I just felt
Mm,
so far from everyone that I knew, you know? Even though like
yeah.
I knew I'd be coming home on the weekend. Like I have a car. It's not like I was never gonna see them again. It's just the process of detachment, you could say. Kind of like
From
breaking up with someone. That's kind of how it felt, I guess.
from your family.
Yeah, not like emotionally detached, but physically, I wasn't anywhere near them. And I guess actually started to feel that.
Right.
And for the first few weeks, instead of trying to make friends with people or whatever, I just hung out with my roommate because I had talked to him the first couple days, and I knew him, and
Right.
I distanced myself from everyone else. Like we had this whole orientation thing, and we were forced to be in these with these groups of people, and I actively avoided talking to any of them.
Mm.
And it was like I wasn't trying to be socially awkward. Like I was still engaged sometimes, but I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to them. I wouldn't initiate
Right.
the conversations. So
Huh.
yeah, I don't know.
That's fair.
I was trying to figure out why that is. What reason
Are
that
you
is
recording right
behind it.
now?
Yeah, I just
Nice.
started like 5 minutes ago.
Huh. Yeah, I get that. I feel like, I don't know, maybe for you, it was that, wow, it was that feeling of, kind of like trying to process everything.
Mm,
So you just kind of avoided other people, kind of stuck to what you knew
right,
because it's always worked for you. But then it's like, as time goes on, you're like, well, I'm not always going to be in environments where I know, where I'm always comfortable. So then what do you do in those scenarios? And I guess it's just, that's when you start to get lonely.
mm, yeah,
And you don't know what to do. So you get those feelings and then, but yeah, it's happened to me too. So that's why I wanted to like join new clubs and all that. That's what I did my second year, which is this year. Just go to different events, even if I don't necessarily want to, because I'm gonna look back and I'm like, okay, what did I really do then? I look
right,
back and I didn't do anything.
yeah,
It's just like, well, maybe I should have done this, but then by then it was too late. You never know. Like, I didn't really know about the whole leadership retreat that I went to. I just signed up in a flyer. I don't even remember signing up for it until I got the email. Like a week before, it's like, oh, you need to attend this meeting. And I'm like, okay, cool, sure. That's when I found out it was like an actual retreat. And I was gonna be gone for like 1 day or 2 days.
So you didn't even know anything about it?
Yeah. But I was like, it was too late to back out.
Yeah,
And I was like, you know what? Let's just go with it. So I did everything and it was actually like really fun. I learned a lot, met new people, you know,
right,
put myself in a situation where it's not my comfort zone.
right, yeah,
Cause if it was, I don't know, like last year me, I would have been like, oh, I would have actually put more effort on trying to cancel my reservation.
yeah.
When I found out it was 2 days and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go through all of that. This time I'm just like, let's go for it, even if I don't really know. You never know. Okay.
I got destroyed right there. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I get that. That's my whole thing with this coffee shop that I've been going to. I feel like I talk about it so much, but it's just such a I feel like it's definitely changed how I've acted, I guess, this semester or this year. Because yeah, it's kind of that idea of putting yourself in an environment where you don't even get a choice to kind of
yeah.
force, wow, to force a better
Right.
outcome. And it's really nice because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't know the owners as well as I do, and they're pretty nice people, and I like chatting with them whenever I come in.
Right.
And they're very friendly and stuff, and I would have never even met them had I not gone there for the first time.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, close.
Huh.
Okay. I was not logged in. My first game after an update. Alright, we got 3 minutes for 3 goals.
It's just like our game versus Stetson. We actually
Okay.
clapped them 6-0. Oh,
Yes, thank you. Oh, no way. Now I got it. No, we don't. Listen, I suck. Oh my gosh. I'm like so washed.
I feel like I'm doing the same thing without getting better.
Huh?
Said I feel like I'm doing the same thing in this game without getting better. Like I see it slight, but it's like
Oh. Oh yeah.
um but yeah, that was what I was thinking about earlier. Just
Hmm.
the-
Yeah, it takes time. But I don't know. Just join things that you're kind of interested in. But the better option is join things that you're not interested in. Like, he knew. He knew. Uh, one of our leaders in leadership camp, he was telling us how just like that. He was telling us how he first wanted to do, or he wanted to be a vet.
Hmm.
And so he went on to take like all the science classes and all that. And he failed organic chemistry, I think twice or 3 times.
Damn.
And so they were like, he went as a job shadow, you know, to one
Yeah.
of the vets in his area. And he was doing all that. And one of the vets asked him, okay, well, why do you want to be a vet? And I think he said because of the money and whatnot. But then he realized that he doesn't even like animals like that. He's just kind of doing something because he thought he was gonna like it.
Yeah.
Until he realized he had a whole. I don't exactly remember all the details of the whole conversation, but it was something different. And so one time he went to I think it was like a. It was something also with leaders, and he didn't really like speaking up in public. But long story short, he had a great experience, and now he's been working at the college for like 20, 25 years,
Hey.
doing like public presentations and whatnot, and helping a lot with leadership institutes. It's something that he never really thought, he was gonna do or like, because he doesn't like talking in public, and so, but it's because he put himself in a situation that he knew he wasn't gonna be comfortable in,
Mm.
but he got surprised. He found out something, and now that's what he's doing, and he likes it.
Huh. It's an
So you
interesting
know,
story.
so it's even if you don't like it, like if you were to go, I don't know, to a bakery and job shadow that, do it yourself. If you don't like it, at least you know why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with other things. A lot of the times we're just kind of, I don't like this because of ideas or reasons that we may make up, may know or whatnot. But putting ourselves in those situations or exposing ourselves to such, sometimes we can realize like, hey, maybe I thought this was gonna be like this, and it's not that bad. Or what I was thinking, it was just not it.
Yeah.
So wait, when can we forfeit? Because I need to go take off this nose strip that I got on right now. I think I have it on for like 30 minutes now. Forgot about it. I think I need to take it off. Okay, we're back.
It's an interesting story. This one could be a little longer. I'll leave one more game at this one. But yeah, it's a good thing to do. Put yourself in a situation that you're gonna be uncomfortable with because, I mean, even at the gym, it's like going to the gym. No one really likes working out big. No one wants to work out because it's like, oh, I have to go there, but you don't think about that. You just go in, you walk over there, and at that point, you're already there. You're not gonna turn around and go home, so you might as well work out and then try to get the most out of it, and then do it again. Put yourself in situations you know you're not gonna like. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. Situations where you know you can learn that you're uncomfortable in, because you don't want to just put yourself in situations you don't like. Like, oh, I don't want to do my homework, so I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I'll do it all in the night. No, that's not what I'm saying. Go out somewhere where
Back.
you can have the opportunity to learn something from it, even if you know it's not something that you're yearning to do, right?
Huh?
Put yourself somewhere where you have the opportunity to grow, even if it's something you're not yearning to do.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess
'Cause-
it all comes down to getting out of your comfort zone. And it's a lot easier said than done. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we limit ourselves a lot.
Yeah, I definitely noticed
Eh.
that. Wow.
Oh.
Oops.
Like I thought. Well, there are a lot of people that are really awkward person, but the majority of people, no. Sometimes we assume that it's gonna be,
Wait, my brain isn't working.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be like really awkward or really hard at this intricate things to make a conversation with someone. But it's really like that's not it.
yeah, I know. I do that too. Like I'll overthink a lot of the conversations. Like if especially if I know that I'm gonna be going into a conversation, I'll be like, oh, I need to think about what I want to say to this person. Like, should I write down some notes even?
Right?
But I think it's worked best every time where I just go in instead of thinking about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I. Uh-oh. Okay. One of the things that I learned at the leadership retreat is the different personality types, and like I already knew that, but you know those. You've heard of the. I forgot what it was called, but there's people that are like INTJs or something like that.
Yeah,
ENTJs.
yeah.
For me, like I took that test before because it was required. They're like, you need to take this test before you go into it. Okay, cool. Didn't really think much of it. And I got like a description of, I guess, who I am or how I am.
Yeah.
And so for some things, oh, oops. In a neutral scenario, slightly leaning, slightly leaning towards being an introvert.
Hmm.
Uh, which means that I'm not gonna go out of my way to, I don't know, be out there, you
Right.
know, put
Yeah.
myself out there. But if it comes down to like, oh, I have to be a lot more extroverted, I touch that. Um, I won't really have a problem with it because I'm kind of like on the edge. But the
Yeah.
point that I'm trying to make is one of those things for my personality is being a thinker. And so that usually means trying to rationalize things a lot before doing anything, right? Which is a good thing. But
Yeah.
at the same time it can lead to just never speaking up ever. Or yeah, taking too long, being too slow.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when you will speak up, it's like, okay, I want to make sure that what I'm saying or what I'm doing and that I'm 100% sure of it,
Yeah.
you know? I know that it's gonna be like this. You like to be in control of things or have the expected outcome. And if you already know it, you're kind of in control of it because you can kind of prepare yourself for it.
Right.
But then when you don't know any of that, you just and maybe you have something really important to say, but you're not 100% sure of it. So you just never say anything because you're never gonna be 100% sure. That's one of the things that I found myself doing. Is we were doing activities and it's like we were doing puzzle solving activities as a team, and I had a very interesting ideas, very different ones that could actually help us. But I never really said anything because other people were just quicker than me to say things. They may just be completely incorrect, but the fact that they were just kind of the first ones to step up and be like, "Hey, let's try this, let's do that." Other
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, "Okay, yeah, let's do that." Maybe if it later on they're like, "Okay, now that I think about it, that doesn't really make sense what they were saying,"
Yeah.
you know? But we just kind of follow along because they were like they stepped up first. They were like, "Okay, let's do this," and they had the, I guess, the imposing idea. And so maybe my idea was better, and I'm not trying to sound like that, but some of the
Yeah.
instructors
Yeah.
were like, sometimes you had an idea yet that you didn't tell everyone. Maybe you told someone else, and I heard it, and it actually made sense, and it was better, but you never spoke up. And I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I always waited until I was 100% sure, or until or just worrying if everybody was going to be on the same page with me, and if I realized that, oh, maybe this person's not really gonna agree or whatever, I just wouldn't say it, even though I might have known that it was a better option because I was not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So you can't always wait until you know everything or you figure things out, because you may never have the answer for a lot of things.
Makes sense.
And that kind of goes with the things that you put, or the scenarios that you put yourself in. If you know that this is, you weigh the pros and cons, and you're like, okay, what does this give me, right? If I go to this event, what am I gonna gain from it? And if you're like, oh, I'm not really gonna gain much from it, then why would I go? I'm not even gonna bother. Let's say you're not really into, I don't know, art, right? And there's an art convention. You're like, okay, well, I'm not really into art, so you just kind of automatically take yourself off from even the idea of going there. Um, what was it? And it can be good, but it can be bad because you're missing out on a lot of experiences that you would never know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're with those things like the art convention, you're like, okay, well, I kind of already know what's gonna happen. Or you tell yourself that, is that Sonic? When did they add Sonic? Um, you tell yourself, I already know everything that's going to happen and how it's going to happen. Why even bother? So you just miss out because you think you know it.
Hmm.
But then that's the thing, you're not always going to know everything. You're not always going to know how things are going to play out, what you're going to get. And so you can't limit yourself to being always 100% sure. Because, yeah, I mean, you never know.
Yeah. I feel like I do that sometimes too. Yeah. I'm just not necessarily overthinking everything, but I'm like, I tend to weigh out every option before I make a decision. Less so when I'm speaking, more of like it's more physical activities. But yeah,
What do you mean?
like I feel like a lot of the times when I'm talking, I just say whatever comes to mind first, uh unless it's like a one-on-one conversation with someone, then I'll put a little more thought into it. But most of the
Oh,
time, it's just like whatever I think of without really putting much thought. But if I'm, yeah, like you said, if there's like an art convention or my parents ask if I want to go out somewhere with them, and I'm like weighing out the pros and cons, I'd be losing time. What would I do in that time? Do I have something better I could be doing? Do I even feel like going out right now?
right.
You know. But lately, I've just been, I've been straight up saying, I don't really care what it is. I'm just gonna go out because what have I got to lose from going out somewhere?
Right.
So yeah, it's little more better for my mental health, I think. At least it feels that way. Wow.
Uh,
Oh, it is Sonic. That's
yeah. Now, every time I come back to Rocket League, there's some new, like, collab they made with someone.
wow. Oops. Well, I'm gonna end the video here, guys.
Kind of cool though, the animation.
Been going for a little bit too long.
Do you ever play any of the Sonic games?
Oh no, I have not.
Hmm.
I was a Nintendo kid. Nintendo and Wii. Yeah. Uh, wow. Yeah.
That's not
I
true.
will see you guys tomorrow.
Nintendo and Wii.
Peace.